Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. All right. Hello, hello, hello. It is so wonderful to connect with you. Wonderful to say hi, hello, and how do you do? Blessings unto you. Blessings from Aruba. Blessings from Aruba, y'all. All right, all right, all right. And so for those of you who will be live, yes, 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 I love it, I love it. For those who will hashtag it and replay it, I can appreciate that. For those of you who will be on, I don't know you on, I might not never know you on. I'm good with that. And for those who will be used by Papa at any point down the road to encourage this girl, because, sometimes we just need a little bit of encouragement to do what we have been created to do. That's called life. And I am not beyond that. So wherever you find yourself, however it is that you show up, I am very, very grateful. Grateful for you, grateful for how you are. I am grateful for who you are and whose you are. How about that? Who and whose you are. And so as we start off today, so yesterday was a crazy, wild live. I was in the airport and I went live early because I didn't think I would be able to go live. And so y'all got all of it. You got me checking in or getting on the plane, getting settled. The plane was freezing. Couldn't get my mind together. All of it, all of it. And today, I'm looking at myself now. I don't have no jewelry, but you know what? We do what we do, right? So what are we talking about? We're talking about this notion of change and our need to do what is necessary and vital, and absolutely our responsibility to make the adjustments that we need to make to obtain the change that we seek, right? All of us know at some point in life, it is time for us to shift, to adjust, to do something different, to pivot. All of us get to those stages in life. And some of us will meet those stages with actual adjustments, and some of us will make excuses. Some of us will accept, good morning, Brian. Hey, sis, so good to see you. Some of us will accept whatever is happening in life as a reason to not do what we need to do in order to become who we are invited to become at that season in life. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Because change isn't an easy thing. But if we are going to be the best versions of ourselves, if we're going to get everything there is to get out of life, change is an absolutely necessary thing. It's absolutely necessary. And you know what? It's actually better to embrace change. It's actually more beneficial to expect it and to lean into it and to prepare for it than it is to fight it. Because if there's anything that is constant in life that we cannot do anything about, that is this notion of change. So since it is as it is, since it's built into the fabric of who we are, since it is beyond our ability to do anything about it, we might as well embrace it. So my question to you today is, what does the no change cost you, right? What does it cost you when you decide to not change? Now, you might say, I didn't decide, it just didn't work out the way that it did. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Because since change is inevitable, you already got a momentum working on your behalf. So since change is inevitable and you don't have the change that you want and or seek, and at this point, you're not doing nothing about it, I'm thinking that might mean you just decided. I don't know. That might mean what it mean to me. Because this is what I know, is when we have an invitation to something different, more than likely that's coming from our soul's place, which means that's coming from Papa's promptings, okay? He who created everything that is. And so since he is prompting us to make some adjustments at this season of our life, and we're not doing it. I think that comes back to us. What you think? I think that comes back to us. So look, beloved, again, there is only one of you in the universe. And if Papa is inviting you to some adjustment, some shifting, some pivoting, some change, some doing something different, then it's not only for your benefit, but it's for the benefit of everybody you have the privilege of serving, of engaging in life. Hey, Sherry Naylor, good morning. Good morning. You have the privilege of that, okay? And if we decide not to, I want to say, what does it cost you? Your not changing, your no change, our no change, when we decide to stay the same, when we decide to keep doing the thing we've always done, when we decide that I don't have what it takes. I just want to know, what does it cost you to stay the same? What does it cost you to not build the new muscle? What does it cost you to not create the new neural pathways? What does it cost you to not know what this different way of being, thinking, doing, believing is? What are you leaving on the field, beloved, on the court? What is it that you will never experience because you won't do the work to build the new muscle, to become the new person that you've been created to become? What does it cost you to keep doing the same thing, keep believing the same thing, keep saying the same thing, and keep getting the same results? What is it that you will never experience because you can only experience that new thing when you become the next version of yourself? I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. And you know, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too, okay? I am never coming over here on here to preach at somebody. I'm coming here to share what it is that Papa has put in my spirit. And this week, the question that we're asking about is change. What is it that you are willing to do to get the change that your soul seeks? What are you willing to do to get the change that your soul seeks? Let me tell you, when we've been invited to a soul change, ain't nothing easy about it. It is a Mount Everest kind of a climb, okay? Because behavior modification simply isn't easy. Good morning, Dorian. Welcome. Because have you ever tried to do something different than what you've been doing? All of us know that comes with some effort, some consistency, some cost. Because in order for you to become something more, you have to release something that's holding you back to the lesser version of you, okay? To the lesser version of you. Let me just say that the longer that we live, so I'm not saying that anything is wrong with who we are right now. So if you're hearing that, let me clear that up. That's not what I'm saying. I am not saying that at all. I am saying that as long as we live, that Papa invites us to more. That's what I'm saying. Like, we celebrate right where we are. So I live at this place of where I'm content, satisfied with life, and eager for more. Satisfied and eager for more. And there's always a next level. There's always a more expanded version. Because the longer we live, the more we experience, the more we know, the more capacity and possibility that exists for us. So the question on the table today, beloved, is, what does the no change cost you? What does it cost you to stay the same? What does it cost you to not put in the work to build the new muscles? What does it cost you to keep going around and around and around and around and around this mountain? What does it cost? If I had decided to stay at Wayne County Community College, and let me tell you, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for 36 years. I'm grateful for all that it afforded me. But let me just tell you what I would have forfeited. First of all, this 540 wouldn't exist because I was not an super early morning person doing those 36 years. So this 540 wouldn't exist. I would have never launched myself into personal development because I had never thought about it. because I always did what I knew to do in order to grow, but I never really thought intentionally about growth. Good morning, Ray. Welcome. About growth in my next, and my next, and my next, and try this. I wasn't a risk taker at all. If you're not a risk taker, that means that there's significant growth that you are forfeiting. I am not talking about being irresponsible. I am talking about hearing your souls cry and go for it. Okay? I'm just saying, y'all know the story. If you don't know the story, get the book. Freedom is Our Birthright. Because my whole story about that scarcity, so on and so forth, is in the book. Get the book and read it. And so the freedoms that I have, the liberties that I have, the visions that I fulfill, that I execute, so many of those things just would not exist if it weren't for me changing, leaving something that had been an anchor for me for 3 decades. Three, hear me when I say 10 times 3. And when I entered the 3rd decade, Papa just flat out said, "Oh, I'm gonna need you to leave here. you can't stay here." And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know who talking, but can't be talking to somebody who know me, because I am comfortable. This works for me. I am secure. No, but I wasn't. I was delusional. I was fooling myself, because there was so much more available for me, so much growth, so much expansion, so much becoming, so many engagements and encounters that Papa had in store for me. But I had to be uncomfortable. I had to go into new territories, had to meet people that I would have never met, do things I would have never imagined I would do, go places I never thought I would go. So let me just tell you, when he called me off the job, he called me to an adventurous life, And it's one of the reasons that I'm talking to you this morning. So when you think about the fact that I started this thing right here, why 5 a.m., right? And why would somebody go live at 5:40 every morning, no matter where they are? Because you imagine, I'm going live at 5:40. If I'm in California, that's 2:40. And I have been doing this thing since February the 20th of 2020. So 5 lives, Monday through Friday, since February the 2020. And this was supposed to only be a 30-day thing, a 30-day challenge. But it fits who I've been called to be. It fits the consistency, the dependability, the trustworthiness, right? The fortitude, and being a mouthpiece. And sometimes I ask myself I ask myself the question, like, how is it that you never run out of anything to say? Right? That if I've got, do the math, since February the 20th, 2020, we're talking about over 4 years ago, 5 times a week. Let's just say 50 weeks. I do take 1 week off, and let's say if I miss some days. So let's say 50 weeks a year. That's a lot of content. It's a lot of content. And if you don't know, go to my YouTube channel. It's all there. Hey, Erica. Hey, Honey Bun. So good to see you. Call me this morning if you can. I was traveling yesterday and the day before I had a client. So if you want to talk, call me this morning. So I said all that to say, I took you down my memory lane, because I'm saying, when Papa is inviting you to change, it costs you too much to not change. It costs you too much to not change. Good morning, Tanya. Hey, sis. So good to see you. These last 4 years have been a wild, amazing ride for me that I could have never have imagined in my entire life. I've met people from all over the world. I have gotten invitations like unbelievable. The Self-Love Queens Adventure exists because I left Wayne County Community College, right? The revolution exists because I left Wayne County Community College, right? My courses, look, y'all know, if you in the course right now, emotional empowerment, mastering your emotional landscape, y'all know it's fire. What you said, Tanya, That course is fire. We only got one more session next week, Tuesday. I already then started working on it. I will start working on it in the airport because I'm so super excited about what Papa is doing through the Freedom Series. Like all of us are getting more freedom, more emotional freedom, more psychological freedom because you say it's fire time. I know it's fire to me. I've been hanging with you in the 5 a.m. lane since the you have, Brian. You've been here the whole time, sis. Like the entire time since the beginning. We've been rocking since the pandemic. Rocking since the pandemic. So if that's the same for me, what you think about you? We all have vision. We all have purpose. We all have something unique that only we can do, that nobody else can do like you can. And whatever it is, I am here to call it forth in you. I'm here to say I'm with you, just like Brian has been hanging in there since the inception. We all got something to do, to add, to be, to belong, to say, an imprint to make in this here universal papas. So what does it cost you, beloved, for no change to happen when you know you've been invited to your next? Like, I'm super excited about Tanya's website. I can't wait until we go live with that website. Because Tanya's a doula, y'all. She is a doula. Okay? She is a doula. She has been tracking it. The television program that is now over a year old, let me just say, and when Papa calls you to do it, and even if it doesn't make sense, do it. Do it. The More Love Please movement. And look, let me go on and put up my let me put up my slide here to invite you to More Love Please. Why? Because that you know, and I know, that adding more love in the world is the game changer. It is the game changer. The things that exist in society that are problematic would not exist when love reaches a critical mass. When you love yourself sufficiently enough, and your neighbor loves themselves sufficiently enough, and your family members love themselves sufficiently enough, there's this wars and rumors of wars would not happen. The infighting we see in families would not happen. That we see in neighborhoods would not happen. The support that people need, they would have it. So More Love Please, please join the More Love Please movement. $13 a month or $150 to sponsor the show. You know it. Click on the QR code. And right now, the primary thing that we sponsor is the weekly television show, For the Love of It. And you know, for my birthday, More Love Please gave away 61 gifts in honor of my birthday. There's 61 folk, right? And we have a 5K, right, Tanya, coming up September the 28th. And all of that is for the purposes of people knowing that they are loved, that people knowing that they are loved. We get to turn the world right side up by adding more, being intentional about adding more love into the world. That is what I've been solely purposed to do. That my life's intention is that every soul knows that they are loved. Every soul knows love and know that they are loved. That is my intention. That's my life's intention, for every soul to know love and know love with a capital L, right? And know that they are loved. And so that's why I'm asking you, what is the baby in your belly? What's the fire in your soul? What is it that you know is yours to do? And what does it cost you to not make the change that you need to make in order to birth that baby? It costs you too much. Let me just answer it for you. It costs you too much to not be the next version of yourself that you've been invited to be. It costs us too much because then we don't get the privilege of you becoming. We don't get the gift in the next manifested version. We can't afford it. What does Eminem say? If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or let it slip? You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. I love you. You know I love you. I value you. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. And I'll go live sometimes later today. We here with Kim Creel Jones and her my sister's keeper, Yvette here in Aruba, and it is lovely, amazing, and wonderful. And so, what is it that Papa is inviting you to do? I am here with you, in support of you, from a place of love. Because if love can't do it, it can't get done. All right. Okay, beloved, I love you. And I look forward to doing what we do. This is what we do. So I'll see you tomorrow for sure at 5:40 a.m. Tomorrow's Friday. And then perhaps I'll go live at some point so I can show you. Well, you know I will, because I show you wherever I go. And so at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You simply do not have the right to not be amazing, because you are. And so if you pretend like you are, you're not living your full life, because you are beyond amazing. Okay. Y'all know I love you. Talk to you soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.